Hi everyone, Mark from Pocket Video School here, and welcome to a Friday evening, which is a little bit unusual for me to do a live stream on a Friday evening, but my day is taking a little bit of a turn. It's been alright, but yeah, it's changed a little bit today, so I just wanted to make sure that I still managed to get this message out to everybody. And as those of you who are joining me from Atomic, I did put a quick note in there, so if anybody is here, just let me know first of all. Can you actually hear me? Is everything coming through okay? Always keen to know that everything's actually working, because you never know with these things whether you're actually live, even though you're kind of keeping an eye on things. I'm just going to double check, make sure that everything's in, because for some reason when I was actually testing things, I couldn't actually get it to go live in HD, but it seems to be okay now, so yeah, your fingers crossed. Now hopefully Simon Raybold's managed to join us. He did say, unfortunately poor Simon is actually stuck across in Dublin because of the adverse weather conditions, so hopefully he gets home in the not too distant future. I think he's probably looking at 3 days, but yeah, if you're here, Simon, let me know. Nice to see Mel's here, so awesome. I said what I'm going to cover is actually how you can, it's a little bit of a hack, I suppose, really, on how you can actually get your videos with captions, closed captions or subtitles using, when I say hack, what I really mean is you're going to use two different mediums. You're going to use YouTube, because YouTube will actually create the captions automatically for you. Now what I would suggest is that you always go on and you just make sure that they have actually done a pretty good job of them. Usually you're talking about 85% or 80 to 85% correct, so you just need to go in and edit them just to make sure that they're 100%. And then what we'll do is we'll download something called an SRT file, which is what YouTube create for you, which is the actual file that embeds the captions. And then what we're going to do is use that file and upload a video with that file to Facebook, and then you will have your captions automatically added to the video that you add on Facebook. Now obviously it's got to be the same video. That makes perfect sense. At least I would hope it makes perfect sense to everybody. So what do we need to do first of all? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go across to my desktop, and I'm going to show you first of all where you would get this SRT file from on YouTube. So I'm just going to quickly, if I just need, bear with me just a second. There we go. Just want to make sure that I've got the right YouTube account in front of me. So I'm on my Pocket Video School YouTube account, and I'm in the Creator Studio. And if you're not quite certain where to get to Creator Studio, when you're logged into your YouTube, you will see that there's an icon in the top right hand corner. If you just click that and then just click on Creator Studio, it will bring you across to your dashboard. Now once you're in your dashboard, then you need to go to Video Manager and choose which video it is that you actually want to download the SRT file from. So when it loads up, I've already chosen the video that I want to use, and obviously I've had to do a little bit of a here's one I made earlier type of scenario, just to make sure that I'm not taking up too much of your valuable Friday. So the one I'm going to use is brand your video with a watermark. So I'm just going to go into edit, and then I'll pause the video just to make sure that we don't get that coming through. I didn't have to pause it, so there we go. It's all done. So the first thing you need to do is go into the tab at the top here that says Subtitles and CC. Now hopefully everybody can see that. If not, I will just zoom in a little bit for you. So it's this one here. So if I click on Subtitles and Closed Captions, you'll see that on my particular video, I will just pause that. There's two options there now. The English Automatic are the ones that YouTube has created for me, and the English ones are the ones that I've actually gone in and edited to make sure that they are 100% correct. Now, as I say, YouTube automatically creates these ones, and then I'll show you what you need to do. If you just click on the actual link, it'll load the video up, and then you'll see that there's an option here, once the video is loaded, to click edit. Once you've clicked edit, you can then actually go in and just, you know, capitalize some of the words or change anything that it hasn't quite understood, especially if you've got an accent like myself. And once you've done all that, then made all your adjustments, then you would just publish edits, and that would give you your edited version of your subtitles or closed captions. Now, as you see, I've already done that, so I'm just going to go back to this video. Nicole's just saying that's me on your screen. Yes, it was Nicole. And because Nicole's got a German accent, yes, I think you would have to just speak slowly and fluently and just make sure that, you know, it can actually pick it up. But it's still pretty good, to be perfectly honest. As long as you don't speak too quickly, I think it'll usually pick stuff up. So back into subtitles and closed captions for me. And you can see, as I say, that it's loaded up, and then I'm just going to click the English ones, which are the ones that I actually edited myself. Once the video's loaded up and everything's there, you can see that across on the left hand side you've got an actions button, and you can rename, delete, and then you've got download, and you've got original format, and then you've got these 3 different file types. And as I said before, what you need is the SRT file. And if I click on the SRT file, then obviously it just asks me, and I can rename it and you know, give it a title that is related to the video, and then I'll just save it to my desktop. Now, I've already done this, so I don't need to do it again, but obviously you know, you get the gist of where you would actually put it somewhere that you can find it easily, and as I say, use a naming convention that makes sense to you, that you can easily find. Then what we need to do is go across to Facebook, and I've already uploaded this video because obviously I didn't want to keep everybody you know, hanging on the edge of the seats while this uploaded. So I've uploaded this video. It's exactly the same video that I had on YouTube, and then it's going to allow me, once it's processed, I can make some adjustments to it. So I'm just going to, I've been asked a lot recently, pause that, and once you get that initial notification that your video has been uploaded and processed, then what you can do is click on that notification, and you will get an options tab or an options button at the bottom right hand side. You should be able to just see it, yep. And if you click that, and you can go to edit this video, and then it will open up some additional features of the actual video. So the next thing I need to do is normally name it, give it a title, etc. I'm not going to do it in this particular occasion because this is just a test in a group, a private group that I've got that I just do a lot of testing with. So I'm going to click the choose file, and I've saved it on my desktop, and I saved it as captions. Now this is very, very important, and I can't stress this enough. You can't just upload it as an SRT file as it gives you from YouTube. You need to make a slight adjustment to the file extension, and the file extension is just the bit that comes after the name, after the dot. So what you have to name it is whatever the name is. So as I say, I use captions on this occasion. It could have been the title of your video, and then you would put .en, which means English, then _US .srt. Now if you don't, because the file would have normally saved from YouTube as just .srt, you will get an error message when you try and upload it to Facebook. So you must put this .en _US .srt, and I will put that in the description on on YouTube underneath this video, so you can see what it actually looks like. So if I select that and click open, then obviously it uploads. I don't get any error messages because I've used the right file extension to make sure that Facebook understands what it is, because for some strange reason they have made their file extension slightly different to certainly to YouTube anyway. But as long as you're aware of that little protocol, then you should be good to go. Just going to click save. Then obviously Facebook is going to do its thing in the background, and what I'll do is I'll just click play. Something I've been asked a lot recently is how can I add my logo to my videos without using expensive bits of software. And as you can see, if I just turn the audio down, it has actually added the captions for me. Now I've set my preferences to always show captions, obviously just for this demonstration. But you can see, yeah, nice and cool, and it keeps in with everything. Because it puts it on a little bit of an opaque background, then obviously you can see them really easily. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. What I also mentioned, if I just come back to, I'm just going to pause that so we don't need that anymore. I said I was going to give you a couple of bits of information as well, and there's a couple of things that YouTube have mentioned, so hopefully all of that stuff makes perfect sense to you. And with regards to the getting captions on your Facebook videos, but what I also mentioned was that there's been a couple of announcements made this week by YouTube with regards to their live streaming platform. And one of the issues that there always was in the past was when you did a live and you had comments, and people quite often put comments on. So for instance, if I just quickly put this on, and I can show you the kind of thing. So Mel has made a, no, that wasn't Mel at all, it was Nicole made a comment before and she said super. I'm not quite sure what she was referring to, but hopefully she's referring to the knowledge that I've given today. These comments that appear on your YouTube live video, unfortunately when the live stream was over, they would disappear. So any comments that were made, any engagement that was made would just disappear afterwards. But what YouTube have actually announced this week, and it was literally just on Monday of this week, they said that they would make some adjustments to the back end of their system so that all of these comments would be recorded basically. So it's a bit like when you do a live stream on Facebook and you get the real-time comments coming up at the particular timestamp that somebody made the comment. So hopefully that makes sense to people. It's been a big issue and a big bugbear for a lot of people who are live streaming on YouTube as opposed to Facebook because those comments were lost, but it hasn't come through yet. Now it'll be interesting to see what happens after this YouTube live that I've done today, whether it's come through on my account, but it's probably going to be another one of those features that takes a while for them to actually roll out and come through. The person who let me know about this, who's a live streaming ninja, said that they haven't got it on their account and they do live streams several times a week. But yeah, as I say, it's probably going to be something that will eventually roll out in the next iteration of the updates for YouTube. So if you're doing YouTube live, then obviously that's going to be really, really beneficial for you to keep your engagement, which obviously part of the algorithm to get them ranked is engagement and comments. So that'll be really, really good when they do that. And something else that they've also mentioned that they're going to do in that same announcement this week is that closed captions, which is relevant to what we're talking about today, they're going to allow closed captions on live streams as well. So they said that they've got the technology pretty good. I can't remember the percentage that they use now. And I know that I saw something today that it was Mel Bridger from the Mummy Trainer and the Mobile Marketing Academy put that she was testing on Instagram an app. I can't quite remember, it was Clip-O-Matic I think it was, or something like that, that would add captions to your videos as you're actually speaking it. Now Apple Clips does this, and it does this relatively well, again if you haven't got a particularly strong accent, so it might struggle a little bit with mine. But it would be interesting to see what happens with YouTube rolling out their live captioning, or the captioning option for their live streams. So hopefully everybody's found some value from today. If you've got any questions about how to use SRT files or adding captions and subtitles to any of your videos, then please just let me know. Clip-O-Matic, Mel says, yeah. So if I get it, no, not that one. Fighting with technology again. So is this going to work this time? No. I don't know what's happening. It's all gone pear-shaped. So yeah, Clip-O-Matic, Mel said that it was that she was actually testing out today for adding subtitles, and I think excuse me, that was on a mobile device. And obviously what I've covered today is slightly different in that these are pre-recorded videos that we've uploaded to a platform that will do it. So now there is paid options available for you if anybody is thinking of going down the paid route, and one of the best ones that is recommended to me all the time is a platform called rev.com. It's a web-based platform that connects directly to your YouTube account, and it will, or they manually, from what I can gather, unless they've got some really, really clever software, they actually get the captions transcribed for you. They say within 24 hours, but it's usually a lot quicker than that, to be perfectly honest. But obviously it depends on what time of the day it is that you submit your actual video to them. But they charge $1 per minute. Now obviously that doesn't sound a lot, but if you're doing 5 to 10 minute videos and you're doing them every single week, then obviously that could mount up. Is it worth your time trolling through manually on YouTube to make the adjustments like I've shown you before to edit the automatic captions that they do? You've got to decide whether it's worth paying that $1 per minute to get them done, or whether you've actually got the physical time to do it and adjust them and make sure that they're correct for you. If you're doing longer videos, then obviously it probably isn't financially viable to do that. So has anybody got any questions? If you have, I'll certainly try and answer them. If not, I'm probably going to call this a day for tonight's live stream, so that everybody can go and enjoy the Friday. And if you're in the UK, make sure that you stay warm, and the beast from the east, as it's been called, and Storm Emma, don't make your life too treacherous over the next few days. Hopefully we're on the other side of it now and it's going to disappear soon, so fingers crossed. But doesn't seem to be any questions coming through. Mel said that it worked, then there's a little bit of lag. Not quite sure what Mel's referring to there when she's saying about that. Now, is this going to work this time? It worked, yes, it did work this time. Managed to get the comments through. There's a slight lag. Okay. Probably always is on live, to be perfectly honest with you. Or it could just be the way that I've got this stream. But I'm still doing a bit of testing to make sure everything's okay. So, yeah. So I think that's, as I say, that's going to be pretty much it. This is only my second live on YouTube. I've done loads of stuff on Facebook in the past, but still getting to grips with YouTube Live. So hopefully it's been valuable. As I say, if you've got any questions, you can either pop them into the Atomic group if you're part of Atomic, and I'll certainly try and answer them there. And I will see you next Friday if you would like to join me then. So thank you very much. Have a fantastic weekend.